Last time we had played, we had been stranded on a distant volcanic island. Your airship, the Dart, had crash landed, unable to fly as magic in its entirety had been suddenly cut off from the world as far as you could tell, by a horizon spanning explosion of chaos in the skies. Under the solitary sign of this calamity, a bright multicolored star hanging in the sky above like a second sun, you struggle to regain a foothold. And as you gathered supplies necessary to your survival, food and water, you also began your own preparations of turning the Dart into a ship, with the hopes of sailing out onto the water and away from the island. All the while, the star in the sky had continued to spew light, fire, comets, and meteors into the surrounding skies, many of which impacted far away, and a few that struck dangerously close. In the night, one such impact nearby caused a massive wave that almost threatened to slam the airship into the mountain, and then wash the Dart out to sea had you not reacted quickly, anchoring the ship in its place with harpoons. Your struggle with the environment then lasted well into the next day as the flashes of various hues from the distant star continued, spewing its fiery debris until, long last, the fires in the sky seemed to abruptly burn out. The pulses of color weakened and faded as the star vanished, and only darkness remained for a long while under the dome of strange cloud. But to you, more importantly, magic returned. You regained strength and energy, and you regained access to all your tools and powers, and witnessed your magical companions revive with new life, Kieran, Wind, and even the dog. You spent a few hours recovering and bringing your affairs back in order before Vidar, with renewed strength and an odd determination, convinced you to dive where the nearby meteor had landed in the water. As you dove down beneath the waves, towards an underground rift of lava and the apparent debris that had been hurled through the sky, after an absence of magic, you were suddenly faced with an abundance of it. Constructs known as living spells swarmed the water, hindering your advance towards their source. A bright, shining tower amidst the ruins and depths, echoing with a strange voice. You clashed with these spells, destroying them as you made your way into the tower, where inside you discovered an odd, inactive apparatus that Vidar labeled a Magian Forge. And you discovered a number of Magian, or at least their lifeless and broken bodies, as you ascended the levels of the tower towards the source of the living spells and the ever emanating voice. We ended last session halfway up the second flight of stairs. The voice had once more rung out, lamenting the screaming only it seemed to hear, before something began to form on the ceiling above you. A translucent distortion of space appeared and descended through the clockwork covered ceiling above the winding staircase. Barely visible to your sight, the distortion moved freely through the solid floor above, accompanied on the way down by this minuscule tremor and a surge of magic. And this is where we begin today's session. Evelyn, the sphere of distorted air forming in the space above the clockwork, radiates arcane energy, much
Mhm.
like the living spells you'd already fought on your way here. But where those spells were instantly recognizable to you, this one is not.
Oh,
I believe you had already rolled for initiative
Uh-huh.
I think Huxley has not.
Because Hux had no access to
Yep.
dice last time.
Yeah.
uh, I currently am an element. No advantage. That's the one time I roll well.
You can blame us for the bad rolls last time.
Yeah.
Surely you've left all the good ones for now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then we begin with Silas's turn.
Yeah, he sees this thing, takes out his bow, and asks around, how smart is attacking this close combat? I don't think it is very smart. Is it smart to attack it at all? I don't know. He holds his action to attack and waits for the others to tell him what to do, because this is just magic and he doesn't know what to do with magic.
I don't think it is going to give you very much of a choice.
I guess sure then, and he just starts shooting arrows at the thing to see if it does something. He just didn't want to be the guy when everyone was like, no, don't attack it! And he's already attacking it, so he had to make sure.
Yeah.
He had to make sure. So shoot some decent arrows. The lowest is like a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
So let's see if this bow does anything. Just nothing, no bonus, no nothing, just simple arrow shooting. It's not a good roll, but it is 29 piercing damage in total. Just to get a first reaction of this thing.
You see your arrows almost flit through as if hitting nothing, striking the wall beyond. Despite no obvious physical target being struck, you see that there are ripples within this distortion and almost seem to fall apart into shreds. You do leave behind some holes.
Did it work? Did it work? I have no idea if it worked. And he just looks like he's trying to figure out what to do next. And that's his turn.
Good.
Can I take a turn to try and observe the spell as much as possible as people interact with it? Essentially, like, trying to take a full round to do an Arcana check to watch its behavior and what it does to try and understand what spell or element of a spell it could possibly be or what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
But I don't necessarily need to have an answer right now, because I also am trying to gauge that a little bit based upon how it responds to other people, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But Arcana... Question.
Yes.
Would you consider this an Arcana check to understand magic traps, effects, and or runes?
I would say it counts as a magic effect, yes.
Okay. That would be a 26. And that's what Evelyn's gonna do for her turn.
As far as you can tell, as you saw these arrows sort of fly through and almost distort the distortion further, Where the arrow sort of punched a hole, this distortion almost warped a little bit. But it almost tried to stay in place, as if you had drawn a line through sand affected by a loud noise. And you faintly hear this emanating noise, almost like a vibration coming from this living spell. You hear shreds of the echoing voice that you had heard above, almost as a static repeating pattern. From what you see, you'd probably assume that this spell is thundering. It is a almost solid waveform.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that is your turn?
She doesn't want to say anything yet, as she's still trying to process everything she's seen.
Okay.
Excuse me. Rooting in here, don't worry about it.
You don't have to.
Uh-huh.
Just rooting in.
He didn't. Oh.
No.
Everyone in the area, as it moves in, you feel this pressure, this noise almost rippling through you as it begins to engulf you. And I'd like everyone to give me a DC 20 con save.
DC 20.
Oh, I made it.
Nice.
21. No, 22.
I fail.
I am gonna use Indomitable in the hopes that at some point it does something. I
Oh, that
use
was so
Indomitable.
close.
I use Indomitable again.
You can do it.
It worked. I saved.
Okay. Everyone who fails is pushed back on feet by the little noise. Those of you who succeeded are saved from the fate. However, everyone does still take 17 points of thunder damage. And it is now that it makes an attack.
So 17 for everyone, right?
Oops.
Okay.
Should probably lock it down. From Huxley and Red, as well as Silas and Evelyn. It makes 3 attacks. 3 lines of this ripping noise shoot up, all accompanied by these shreds of the whisper.
Sorry, was it attacking all of us?
Yes. lamenting of screaming voice. I require another DC 20 con save from it.
Oh no.
I have no
If
indomitable
you are
left.
deafened, you get advantage on this.
Okay.
Am I deafened if I failed the last?
No.
Not 20.
Fail.
22.
Fail.
Evelyn.
Mhm.
You succeeded, which means you take half of this, so 11 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
But you are not moved, knocked prone, or deafened. Red and Huxley. If you saved, you take half of this damage. If you didn't, you take 29 points of thunder damage. If you failed the save, you are also pushed 30 feet away, knocked prone, and you are also deafened for 1 minute.
Well, here we go again.
Lastly, Silas. If you saved, you take half of this damage. If not, you take 26 points of thunder damage. And you are similarly moved, knocked prone.
Hui!
Can you give me an acrobatics check real quick?
Sure.
Falling down the stairs.
Run down the stairs.
No.
Oh, that's a good roll. It's a 27.
Okay. You manage to almost dampen your fall by grabbing onto the stairs as they fly, almost cartwheeling the last meter or so, landing flat onto the side of the stairs.
I don't know about this description. I'm just a cat. I'm doing cat things. If I fall, I land on my feet. That's what I do.
Huxley, it is your turn.
Yes. I will punch. Wrong. Oh wait.
So is it just Rhett and Silas that are currently deafened? Or is it Hux too? I wasn't sure.
No, I succeeded.
Okay.
What?
Why does it keep happening to me?
That is at 20.
Nice.
Amazing.
Good start. Punching waves, net 20.
For 21 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then second attack is a 22 to hit.
Solid.
For 16 bludgeoning damage. And that's my turn.
Right.
I gotta tell you how much I hate this freaking thunder. Yes, silence.
I'm
Like
gonna
half
be deaf.
points.
Everyone is gonna be deaf.
I'm gonna like put myself a few more feet toward the. I think we're going this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
Okay. as silence takes hold and this dome of absolute nothing descends on you. You feel not only the absence of the noise, but there is almost something missing that you hadn't even realized fully yet. Red and Avery, can both of you please give me a perception roll?
Sure.
Not like investigation, but fine. Perception.
That's a 6.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Nice.
You're not,
Not my strong suit.
entirely sure what it is. It was faint, almost like the thrumming of the dart's engines. You sort of get used to it, and you only now notice that something is gone, that it's not there anymore. But you're not entirely sure what it was. I'm just gonna move out of the silence.
Spellcaster, move out of this.
Yeah, listen, he can take thunder damage if he wants to. I could not survive another round, so.
Ooh. You did take like a lot of damage last time.
Uh-huh.
Probably hit Huntley as well. Probably not that good of an idea. You see the dark has a circular wall of force around the center of this spell. Its outer ring seems unaffected by it, but at least currently you see this center part engulfed in a sphere of translucent shimmering light. And that is his turn. Which means Silas and Huxley. Unaffected by the silence, you hear again, far from above, this whispering.
Silas doesn't.
I don't.
Oh yeah, you're deafened. As you hear that voice whisper, screaming. And for now, nothing else happens. Silas, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get back on my feet. And I guess I have half movement left, so I move 15 feet further down. I want to get away from this thing. I'm gonna shoot some more arrows at the thing, and I want to try and make sure that, since I saw them go through it last time, that I don't hit any of my comrades by shooting through the thing. Can't hear anything. Feels weird. Does an 18 hit?
18 does not hit.
Then the other ones are a 30 and a natural 20.
No, sir.
So it's basically as if all three hit, because double damage on the one roll. Alright. Better than last time. This time it's 41 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm trying to basically scream something. What are we supposed to do? And then I'm surprised that I can't hear my own voice, and I'm going to try and beckon up even more. But that's all my movement I have left at the moment, so that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Evelyn.
Would it be potentially safe to assume Vidara just cast something like Wall of Force or something like that? Or no, wait, Sphere.
I feel like you probably would have seen enough wall of forces in your lifetime, and you would recognize that it's a wall of force.
Okay. Emlyn is curious to see if it will. That will keep it put. So she is going to try and move away from. Nah. Never mind. And move over to red. Oh wait, I forgot to do my. These off.
Rhett's gonna look at you in your eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just in case.
I guess true. That's fair. Well, she's first gonna go ahead and cast a first level Cure Wounds, but push.
Does that require?
Are you though?
Oh,
Are
right,
you though?
right. No, I can't even do that. Gosh darn it! I can't cast spells right now. I hate you so much with your stupid silence.
Yeah, me too.
I can heal you.
You don't have to walk over to me if you didn't. You would have known that, though.
Yeah,
Evelyn would have known that.
I would have known that. Is there any other healing to do? I have. No. Alright, yeah. Then I'm gonna go back to 20 feet. Like. Ish. Yeah. Is Arcane Ablation also verbal? Yep. Everything's verbal. Everyone will back up. Everyone will try and see if Rhett is looking at her.
Yeah.
Right, at least come over here where I can touch her. And then she's gonna back up at least here. I'm gonna hold an action to cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Uh-huh.
And that's my turn.
The spell currently, the center sort of engulfed in this sphere, and with the silence, it almost looks like there is just a hole in it. Where the silence is, you do not see this distortion, almost like you're taking a giant bite. Until this. You see it freely move out of the wall of wall, moving to the center once more. And it is going to once again launch 3 Vulcan speed. You see these spear-like blasts of sound. One towards Red, one hitting Huxley and Evelyn, and one hitting the dog. As the spear pummels towards Red, you see it hit this dome of silence and completely fade out. So from Huxley and Evelyn and from Vidar, I need a Constitution save, please. If you are deafened, you make the save at advantage. The DC is 20.
6. I'm good.
Advantage if you're deafened, right?
Yes.
Ooh, double buffs. But that's a fail.
And then you take 35 points of thunder damage. You are
35.
pushed 30 feet away from the living spell.
Did you say?
Knocked prone and deafened, if you weren't already.
Okay, if I was deafened as a water elemental,
Yes.
and I turned back into hooks now, would I still be deafened?
No, it will not carry on.
Nice. Because I am back to hooks.
Evelyn, you take half of the 35 points of damage,
Okay.
and you are not affected by any further healing. It gets slammed into the wall. Vidar starting to look blobby.
Huh.
And that is its turn. Huxley, it is yours.
Well, I will run right back up to it. This time into the... Oh wait. It's no longer in the damage. Can I get to it? Can I walk up
On
this?
foot, you would probably have to jump down. From where you are right now, you'd probably be almost 60 feet up. It is also sort of 30 feet up in the air, but it is not. It is not on the ground.
How unfortunate. I will... Let's run into the silence. And hold an attack if it comes close again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you raging?
No. It's not doing physical damage, anyways.
Is it your turn?
Yep.
Red.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Yep. I'm gonna put you with the level 1 cure wounds, but I'm gonna pop some of my extra dice into that.
Ooh.
So it will be 8. Up to...
I'm gonna take 2 shots at this thing just with my finger guns. In the meantime. Ooh, for a nat 1
Ho
and a 21.
So that's
22.
32 points of healing.
Wow!
Ooh.
Does the 22 hit?
The 22 hits. What type of damage does it deal?
Piercing.
Okay. And as you are being healed as you should, you completely miss your second shot.
Sorry.
The next attack against you would be made with advantage.
Understandable.
Stay in that silence.
And yeah, I'm actually gonna walk a couple feet back. Well, actually, I don't have that much movement. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I think that's my turn. Sorry, I need to tell you. Damage.
That would be helpful.
Sorry.
Mhm.
6. 6 piercing.
Okay.
I do believe that is my turn.
Okay. You see Vidar. You cast another spell. As you see him almost teleport forward and strike the sphere of thunder with an immense hit of force damage. As you see this force damage hit, though, you see the sound waves of this distortion almost move back and then back into place, completely unaffected. You go fly backwards and onto this boat. Now it's his turn, which means go back to top of initiative. As you once again hear, at least now that you are outside the silence, beneath the fire. And slowly crawling through the sea, you see a living lightning bolt peek its head in. Silas.
Yeah, since nobody can tell me what to do because I can't hear anything, I might as well continue shooting. I take it. Is there like some kind of balustrade or railing or whatever on the stairs? Something you could duck behind? Take some kind of cover?
There is a bit of a railing. It's probably only about stomach high. You could lie behind it to get full cover, but otherwise, if you were to crouch, you'd only get 3/4, something like
Yeah. I mean, I will start shooting. This time I see the lightning crawling out of it. It's like I can't see through the big thing, right? I can't see the lightning.
that.
Yeah.
You can 3D see.
So I might as well try and shoot both to see if it actually does something, like shoot through the big one because the arrows go through, and see if I can kind of hit the other one too. Just for funsies. Probably doesn't work rules wise, but I'm certainly still gonna try. Oh, it's the wrong die. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 hit.
Okay, so it's a 20, a 30, and a natural 1. So non-natural 20, by the way, but yeah. 20, 30, natural 1. The 3 rolls.
Can you give me a d20 on that memory?
Yeah. 18.
Fine. You leave yourself open to an attack, and the next attack against you is made with advantage. You
damage.
fire all 3 arrows in a way that you try to hit both essentially.
Oh, yeah, basically. All in the same direction.
Okay.
That would be 23 damage.
Mhm.
Piercing. I don't know if you need the separate damage
No.
from every arrow, but
As
yeah.
your arrows fly through the living spell, through this field, you see again your arrows distort away. And unfortunately, as you aim straight through, you notice that as the arrows pierce and go through, their flight path is distorted as well. And none of your 3 arrows actually hit the lightning bolt currently on the ceiling.
Fine. It was worth it. And I'm gonna throw myself on the ground behind the thing to get some cover.
Okay.
Try to get that ringing out of my ears.
Then Evelyn.
Um. How high up was it?
It's currently crawling out of the ceiling. So from where you are at, which
Is
is
it like
halfway up the stairs, it would be
70-ish feet distance.
It would be another sort of 60 feet up from where you are. Probably about 50 feet up.
I'll take my healing first.
65, 50, which means it would be 82 feet away.
82. Um. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on it,
Mm-hmm.
and just at 3rd level,
Okay.
and see if I can dispel it.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Hmm. That's a 25.
Okay. As quickly as it appeared, the living lightning bolt is gone.
Good, 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 good. No. No. I hate that. It just cancels all magical effects.
What if
all,
it just
like,
cancels itself?
Is that... yeah.
Like instantly.
it just kills other living spells.
Isn't that basically what we lived through the last couple of days?
It's true. You said Vidar was bloodied, but he's only just starting to look bloodied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna move just a smidge back into. No, I don't want. I need to be able to hear. Owen cares too much about hearing things. Yep, she's gonna stay where she's at. And that is her turn.
Okay. The living spell, as it is distorted so much, can look bloody in the faintest sense of the word. It's going to use its goal.
It's gonna use its what?
Grand screen.
Ah,
Should have stepped back in.
I should have. That was a poor decision on my part.
Everyone who's not in the silence, could I please get a DC 22 points?
Okay.
22.
$24.
Fail. But I'm deaf. I can't hear it, right? Right?
Do you
Well,
advantage?
You do get advantage.
Oh, I get advantage. I can roll again. Okay. I still fail.
Okay, then you take 44 points of thunder damage. Once
Oh.
again, you are knocked 30 feet back
Yes.
and thrown.
Slamming against the wall.
Deafened again. Evelyn, you take half of this damage, 22 points. But I'm not taking it. You see sound ripple out from the distortion, shaking almost everything. There's a tremor going through the very staircase. A tremor that you, Red, also feel. And Huxley, you feel the staircase underneath your feet vibrate. But before it reaches through you, the silence has cancelled out most of the vibration. Okay, that is its turn. Huxley.
Okay, so it is currently below where we are.
Where you are currently, it is about 20 feet low, hanging in the air. If you were to stand here, you would be level with it.
Oh, that's down. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And is it like hovering on top of this
Yeah,
gear?
it is hovering somewhere above this here, about 30 feet.
Hmm. Yeah. Can I jump across?
Um, you trying to sort of hit at it mid fall?
Yes.
I mean, you could always try.
I can jump 27 feet,
Mm-hmm.
so I should be able to reach it if I like back up, run up, jump to here, and while I'm falling I want to try and make 2 attacks against it.
Okay.
That's Max.
Right.
Go ahead and make your attack.
That is 25 to hit.
Now,
Or 21 piercing damage,
Mhm.
and then second attack is a 28 or 25 piercing damage. manager to
You
handle.
see, as you sort of fall, its form starting to waver, to flicker. As you fall, of course, you land. I'm assuming you take the fall damage. You have nothing to counteract that.
I can land really cool and do a superhero pose.
Okay, okay. You slam onto this gear. There's another sort of small tremor that everyone in the room feels as this gear tilts slightly. You can tell you've knocked it loose. And you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down a total of 50 feet into the gear.
13 or 30?
13.
Okay. That's nothing.
Yeah, it was not that.
That's fine.
Fall damage is not that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can just always do that. Just run back up and jump down again.
And it's your turn, which means Red. It is your turn.
The way you described this grand shriek, did it seem like it structurally impacted, like the stairway?
It wasn't that strong of a shake. It didn't feel like a tremor of an earthquake or anything like
Oh.
that. There's just this vibration. You sort of felt it go through everything. Like someone with a really strong subwoofer.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna walk over here. I suppose. I'm going to aim my broom down at the thing. Oh, actually, let's see if I need this. It doesn't really matter. I might need to step out for it, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna aim my broom at Huxley and tell it to go to Huxley's point.
Mm-hmm.
And the broom, whoosh, goes over there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot it twice. Just gonna hit, and that'll hit. Doing a 9 damage. Magical piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll make sure to go back in silence. And like, I can wave at Silas, but I don't like. I don't know how to indicate to him that there's like silence over here to help him. I can be like wave and point over near me, but
So I just got slammed into the wall, so I'm prone. I'm probably not really seeing much what's going on over there.
yeah, it's sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah,
You see Vidar fly over and land next to you.
fine.
And a little bit louder than usual. Probably because he's deaf. And he
Oh,
is
gosh.
going to honk at you.
Yeah.
Or, well, semi-shout at you.
Uh-huh.
It's the construct bell. It's clearly corrupted. It's supposed to create the margin with the forge, but it's turning spells into living construct. We must silence it, or it will never stop.
She'll telepathically connect with him and instead of being like, right, and that's at the top of the tower.
Yes, yes, we'll be above.
No, make our way there.
And as he had to dash, that is his turn.
Man, sure would have been
Silent.
convenient if you had told us this when we entered.
I don't think this is working. What are we supposed to do? As he shoots more arrows at the thing.
Vidar is going to gesture towards you, making arrow shooting movements.
Yeah, 20 is the lowest one. So those should hit.
20 does hit, yeah.
These. That is a. Can I do math? That is the question. 38.
28.
And hiding behind the thing again, even though it didn't
Mhm.
do anything last time.
Evelyn.
Um.
At this point, Vidal is probably gesturing towards the top of the thing.
Yeah. I'm going to down a quick potion of healing. Trying to remember which one I have. I think it's just normal potion of healing. Yes, was that? I don't know. I have a. You know what? I'm just gonna use the supreme potion of healing. Yeah. I'll roll those dice in a second, but that's bonus action, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will go ahead and will fly close to the stair, but I fly faster than I walk. So I'm going to dash up the stairs, making my way
Mhm.
this way.
As you make it that far up, do you mind giving me a quick perception roll?
Sure. That was a 16.
This far up, you hear the echoing voice more clearly, coming from the flight of stairs leading further up the next floor. As you hear the voice mumble, whisper, occasionally breaking out into a scream, echoing and trembling, the sound is accompanied by something else. Something that you noticed was gone in the fear of silence. This deep, low timbre that loses itself quickly, just echoing, resonating just a moment after the voice speaks, almost as if in response.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll my healing, but I think that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay. It was 10d4 plus 20.
Yeah.
Silas,
Uh-huh.
as you watch the wall for you see it vibrate, and then you see
Oh,
these
dear.
waves of noise coming through. So it moves through the staircase, enveloping you entirely. And it is then also going to use an open spear against you, Huxley, and Evelyn. So from you, Silas, I need 2 DC 20 con save. Both of these are, of course, with advantage, since you are already trained.
Okay, the first one is exactly 20.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is a fail.
From the first save, you take 11 points of damage, thunder damage.
Yes.
From the second one, you take, and you take this on full, 45 points of thunder damage.
It's fine.
Oh
And,
gosh.
you are technically pushed prone, but you are already prone and you're already deafened, so you're just sort of pushed back towards the wall again. And you are still within the sphere, within the ripping noise. And then I require a DC 20 con save from Huxley and from Ellen.
21.
Okay, and you need to half of this thunder damage. It is 17. And Huxley?
18. So, I will cast Absorb Elements.
Okay. What does absorb elements do again?
Resistance, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right? Or
spells.
something like that.
Yeah,
You-
resistance.
Failing, you would take 28 points of thunder damage. And be pushed 30 feet back. No prone. And be deafened. And that is its turn. Which means it is Huxley's turn.
Yeah. Can I move back here?
Mhm.
Is it an action to get on the broom?
Is getting on the broom regular mounted rules, or
I have no idea.
Or just swing on the broom?
I mean, it has a command word and does what you say, so I don't know. I guess it's an action to speak the command word? But that's like for sending us someplace. No, it's not an action. Oh.
It doesn't
I
say
feel like
that
it's
an action,
easier
so-
than mounting an actual mount.
yeah,
It
'cause
doesn't
it-
say anything about needing action.
It's like a broom,
Yeah,
so it's not like mounting a living creature.
you'd be able to get up. No problem.
And how far up from me is the thing?
Currently about 30 feet.
You get extra movement when I'm on the broom.
The
50
broom has
feet.
its own movement, so you would
Yeah.
have the full 50.
Right, okay, then yes, I will get on the broom, fly to here, and make 2 attacks.
Okay.
And that is a 29 to hit, and a 26 to hit.
And both of those in.
First, again for 21 piercing damage, and then for 28 piercing damage. And some thunder damage, but I assume that doesn't do anything.
Yes. It does not.
And that's my turn.
Is it my turn?
1 second. Okay. You see its form flicker. You know it is about to be destroyed. And you've definitely seen what happens with past living spells when they get destroyed. It does not happen immediately, but it is Brett's turn.
So Silas looks pretty bad, right?
Mhm.
You see a crumpled Silas on the stairs.
I am going to recast silence. Right there.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I'm gonna shoot it once. 19 does not hit, I don't think. And then with my movement, I'm gonna go. Little up the stairs.
You see the sound wave or of the sphere implode, and the spell it is made out of is cast. It's done. Brett, can you give me a perception roll?
Sure.
And were you deafened?
Yes. That's a 8.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm deaf.
As the spell then flows, it is going to choose a 60-foot cone. I require a DC 20 con saving throw from Huxley Red. And one further down, I shall make this.
Does being deaf matter?
Yes, you get advantage if you are.
I passed.
If you fail, you take 19 thunder damage. If you succeeded, you only take half, which is 9. As the spell fizzles out. Leaving you, Red, only with its memory.
Are we,
Ida is going to Misty Step and move full speed towards the top of the stair. You are technically still within initiative because stuff might still show up, but currently you can take your turn as
So it would be like Silas.
so. Currently you have a turn.
Evelyn's gonna continue up the stairs. And she can fly off of the map. Just barely, but she will. She'll get up just a little bit top, technically. Glancing back, would Rhett have been looking at her at all?
oh yeah, now and then.
Then she would briefly telepathically say, "There is something up there. I'm not sure what it is. It sounds like something mumbling along with the spell. Cries."
Alright. I'll be up shortly. Silas looks pretty bad.
Right.
So Vidar and Ava. Look at you. Double. Missing a 1 turn ahead. Huxley, Silas, Red. What do you do?
I'm gonna wave at Silas.
Silas looks
Yeah.
pretty much disoriented after being thrown at the wall twice.
many.
No
Yeah,
doubt,
and
but
he's like probably has a concussion of some kind.
I'm gonna wave
he's-
at Silas, point up the stairs, and then like you're way too far away for me to heal you. So I'm gonna make this little like squeaky. It looks really stupid, but Red like puts his fingers up like he and like makes like he's a mouse, trying to remind you of our friend who has a healing potion.
You do like
And
a
then I'm gonna
whiskers.
dash. Yeah, I do whiskers, and I can only dash to like here. I think. Yeah, that's right.
I guess instinct kicks in. He slowly stands up and starts hunting the mouse.
Complete silence. You stumble up the stairs. Probably
I do drop silence.
ringing in your ears.
Yeah, the head is hurting so much. Bruises everywhere. Not that he's bleeding or something, but he's like so much blunt damage.
Huxley, what do you do?
I will go pick up Silas with the broom and then fly towards Red.
Okay, do you let Silas get on, or do you just scoop him up?
I just pick him up.
But the mouse.
And then I guess in a turn I can get to like there.
Is that with the dash?
Yeah, you can dash with the broom.
Yeah, I guess depends if I have to pick up Chalet as an action. Otherwise I can get to there.
I would say scooping Soleil up and then Soleil actually holding on would be more a bonus action on his part, so you'd be able to do it in one. Unless, of course, Soleil struggles against being scooped up.
I don't know if you can hear me, Hux, but Red told me there's a mouse out there.
What? I can't hear anything!
No response because I can't hear anything
Points
either.
like at his ears, shakes his head.
You will be 1 turn late.
Late.
Without
We got here as fast as we could.
Late.
up the stairs first. Well, you know, not late.
It's too late.
Is Abelin gonna die again? Please don't be too late.
You
Yes.
step up into this room of clockworks, these astral projections beaming a light outside. On one window facing the fissure of lava, you instead see the red from beneath shining up into this room. At the center of the room, amidst all of the clockwork, you see a sphere, a figure barely visible, emanating whispers. The sphere you pick up immediately because you've been inside of one before. It is a living, resilient sphere. You see Vidar point upward and currently not looking at your eyes, he is shouting again.
Up there.
And about 100 feet up above, you see a massive blue-hued bell. Is there anything you do this turn?
Oh, I know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, 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 mm. Can I tell the figure that's in, like, from what we can make out of the figure in the sphere? Like, are they... Is there anything we can tell that they're doing, specifically? Other than, like, chilling? Do they look
You currently
distressed?
see what is inside the sphere extremely obfuscated. You see a cowering figure and you hear the mumble. But other than that, there is not much else you can see.
Right. Well... And this bell that's up top is it's like an actual physical bell, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's out of range, but I'm assuming there's magic. From what I understand, this is essentially what's creating the magic. The living spells.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This is sort of what you would see down all the way at the top.
it's very big. Well, Evelyn's going to start flying upwards. But let's see. Perfect. As she starts to fly upwards, she's going to move her kind of the gauntlet that she's always got the shock aspects of, and kind of turn this knob, and this kind of general like electric field that's always been around her gauntlet is going to shift a bit green as she points a finger and casts Disintegrate at the Resilient Sphere.
Can you go ahead and roll me the damage of disintegrating?
I can. Alright. 84. Force damage. So I know my one weakness when I'm in the Resilient Sphere.
You cast
How slow you
Disintegrate and you see it start to ripple as you hit it. As it is a living spell, you see it almost concentrate like a reacting to this disintegrate and piling up on this one spot where you try. And the sphere remains.
Dang it!
You see it flicker and waver, however. You've dealt significant
I
damage.
can only do that once. Fine, I gotta continue to fly upwards. How high up was it? You said it was like 100 something?
Mm-hmm.
So,
If you were directly underneath, it'd be 100 straight up.
so I'm gonna be moving 30 feet up at an angle. So probably only like, where's my little thing?
Then at the end of the turn, you hear the whisper, less echoey and much more clearly. Beneath a sea of white fire, they scream in silence and solitude. Beneath the stone, beneath the fire. This mumbling that continues onward. You see this magical energy pulling around the resilient sphere. And almost in response, you feel this thrumming from the bell above as another bell is being cast. But as a reaction, as Vidar stands at the stairs, he's going to cast Counterspell.
Wonderful.
Nice.
For the moment, dispels the pooling magic. And as the next turn starts, the rest of you also line. You are currently free to move about. You have a full turn.
Is Vidar trying to tell us? Remind me, what did Evelyn say to Brett?
She could hear mumbling of someone else there along with the words that were coming from above.
Oh.
As you
Everyone's
enter the
going to-
room, you would see the living resilient sphere at the center, obfuscating a person. And you see Evelyn currently flying. Vidar is also going to fly up, only about 30 or so feet. He's also going to fly closer to that living resilient.
I guess I will also approach the sphere.
If you pass by Vidar,
Mhm.
you'll hear him speak from behind
I won't.
you. Right.
I think am I the only one not deafened currently?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yep.
He'd probably reach out to grab your shoulder then.
Okay.
Do you turn at all?
Yeah, sure.
He's going to point towards Evelyn and then at the bell.
Okay. Well, I don't think that really changes what I do.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast silence around myself and this, who I think is a caster. Enter the coat myself. So, like, this is below the bell, but around the resilient sphere and myself. Actually, no, I don't want to be in it. Just in case. I calculating. That's what I do.
The mumbling for a moment stopped. But as it likely continues within the silence, you almost still hear the echo of it. Just at the very back of your mind, as if it were so loud despite your deafening, you still hear it. You're not entirely sure if it's just having heard it for so long that you just still remember it in your mind. That is how faint it is. Huxley, Silas, do you guys do anything?
I'm just groggily sitting on the broom behind Hux and let Hux do the steering.
How far from the ceiling is it?
It's 100 feet straight up from the center of the room.
I think I will just fly next to Evan and like let Silas get off the broom if he wants, and then like look at her questioningly.
Is Silas still on the room or not?
Right
Did he
now,
fly?
yes. He's looking at Red and wondering where he hid the mouse.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. So did Silas get off of the broom, or is he on the broom?
No, he's sitting on the broom. He just doesn't
So
know what to
because
do right now.
Hux is flying the broom up to Evelyn. Evelyn would probably take in stock of Silas, and just kind of shake her head a bit. And I guess I don't know if I can do anything else at the moment. I mean, she'll technically be making eye contact with you and have a telepathic connection open, but I don't know if I can really say too much, other than like probably her initial response would be something along the lines of like, "He looks really rough and probably shouldn't be where the spells are being created."
Actually, I will use my action to cast heal on Silas.
Woo! Flat 70.
Nice. So that's just flat healed 70, or what was it again?
Yeah. Oh, it also ends deafness.
Yeah, deafens and
Oh,
it
look at
ends
that, you can
deafness.
hear
Yeah,
her
yeah.
Oh boy!
No,
all of a
it's
sudden,
relevant.
all the senses coming back, like coming off a bad trip, like immediately within the snap of a finger, and he's like,
I think
oh.
Huxley is just like looking in his pockets, like kind of looking at Evelyn and like searching for something, and then finds this like tiny vial, like kind of the size of a bottle cap, with like this weird black licorice, liquid,
What?
and just gives it to Silas as he casts the spell.
So when I kind of awake, I have this weird taste in my mouth, I guess.
Yeah, slightly swampy.
It's like oh, Hux, I had the strangest where are we? Oh, what? What's that thing?
I can't hear you! But he like points up at the thing.
Looks, yeah.
Could you give me a quick point?
Yep. Easy 24.
Okay. The taste seems to not only be in your mouth, it feels like it runs throughout your entire body. It's a strange feeling. You don't know.
How did I get here? Have I eaten something that I have this terrible taste in my mouth?
Anyone doing anything else in the turn?
I think I've more than expended everything I can do on this turn.
Once again, you see magical energy sort of pooling around. Not the resilient sphere this time. Strangely, it seems to be just outside of the dome of silence. You see it sort of condensed like these strings of light, slowly beginning to turn into lightning. And Vidal once again casts curse. And they scatter. You do notice, however, as these strings of light scatter, they do not vanish. They seem to slowly you need. Vidar is going to, as your next turn begins, touch your shoulder again. You turn around.
Wait, who are you talking to me?
Yes.
Who's?
Red.
Oh, you didn't say right. Okay, yes, I am here still. Yes.
He points towards the sphere, towards his ear, makes an X with his arm, and then shakes his head. Then he points up and nods.
No. I can cast silence up around the bell then.
What's the range of silence?
120 feet.
Okay.
So I do that. With this
You
higher.
cast silence around the bell. I believe silence is 20 feet
It is a
radius.
20-foot radius. Yes.
It fits perfectly around the bell. As you notice this deep rolling bass just shut off. And for the moment, you are out of initiative.
Amazing.
You see the living resilience sphere fade. You see these energies that have been pooling around the center of the tower fade. As a figure falls to the ground. Immediately you see Vidar land, moving forward and popping up in a quick step towards that figure. This close you can clearly see that his face is a grimace of surprise as he pauses abruptly a few feet still away from the figure. This figure on the ground appears humanoid at first glance, but it almost looks aberrant when further examined. What had seemed like a cloak appears to seamlessly fuse with the figure's skin. Skin that has an almost insectoid appearance. One of the figure's arms ends in a tangle of tendrils, and its head appears blind as if cowled and blindfolded. But the sight that seems the most harrowing that burns into your mind are the sections of the figure flecked in a familiar silver tint, such as the sphere held close in her arm. You hear Vidar's voice ring out, low and pressed.
Corinne, where are they? Orvith, Marine, what happened to them?
And again you hear the mumbling of the figure, now unsilenced once again. What you've been hearing this whole time. Beneath a sea of white fire they scream. They scream in silence and solitude. Scream beyond the stone. Beneath the fire they scream so in pain and fear. You see Vidar pull a book from his armor's cloak, clutched in his left hand, and he holds his right hand out towards the figure, casting a spell.
So, for those of us that are deafened, how long does that last?
1 minute or something like
A
that.
minute. Unless you heal it in the meantime.
Edwin's going to fly downwards. To keep an eye on the situation. I know that silence only lasts for what? A minute? 10 minutes. 10 minutes, but it is concentration.
It is concentration.
So yeah. She's gonna
Fred's,
fly.
yeah, just standing here with his finger pointed at this lady in case she makes a weird move.
The spell I think you're not deafened, right?
Me, I'm not correct.
The spell you hear Vidar cast is one that you're familiar with. You see him cast Identify. But you see Vidar only barely make contact with the sort of finger tip of his armor to the figure's shoulder before he recoils almost instantly.
It's
And for a split second, if you pay Vidar any attention, you see a face of deep and utter sadness, almost immediately regaining its expression of composure, snapping back into a grim stone face.
My questions have been answered. Once the silence is over, this whole thing will start anew. I will prepare a teleportation circle to bring us back to the ship.
Is Vidar talking like he's still deafened?
No.
Well, Identify takes a minute, so I think we're all.
Unless he was casting it faster than a minute.
True.
Just to double check. Is it been a minute?
It has not been a minute, but Vidar doesn't talk like he was deafened.
So we're leaving this, whatever this is, just to do its thing and create more spells when we're gone, or don't stop it or destroy it, or...
As Silas speaks up, he holds up the book towards you, and he is still
Evelyn.
flushed.
Evelyn will take the book.
And then he moved forward.
It will be over not so long in the future.
You see him step a few feet away, where you see Vidar produce a stick of black chalk. A mage hand extends from his armor, holding the chalk in his hand. As he stands there unmoving, holding out towards the mage hand that moves across the ground, drawing the circle and scribing the rune.
I lean over to Hux. Have you any idea what he just said? I have no idea what's going on.
What kind of drugs?
And then the look of it.
Oh, we're not killing that guy.
What even is that thing, person, whatever?
Hello?
Are you still deafened?
I don't know. No one will tell me. It seems like Huxley and Silas are talking like they're not, so.
I assume we weren't, but otherwise we will just go.
Well, Silas is no longer deafened because you healed him, but you are, unless you clear it, you two are still deafened.
I mean, they've been talking for like 3 minutes at this
Oh.
point, but okay.
Also cast Identify, doesn't it take a little bit too?
I know!
Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah, it does not. It only takes an action.
Okay.
With this book. So
I guess I'm still just watching this person ready to cast View Blind.
Okay.
Shooter. So. It's been 30 seconds at least?
yeah, it's been about 30 seconds.
Edwin would have been casting Identify on the book to try and understand what that does. I think I can't remember. I know Identifies at will. I can't remember if it's faster for me or not.
Well, either way, if you
Yeah.
cast Identify,
I don't know if I have to. I know that I'm casting Identify or not. If it
I-
automatically goes.
the time shortly before the silence at the top would vanish again, everyone else regains their hearing.
So wait, was it 10 minutes or 1 minute?
1 minute.
Oh, so the silence still has 9
silence is
minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, silence 10
Yeah.
minutes? Okay, never mind. Silence is gonna last a lot longer then.
Now I'm gonna ask hello.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? What's going on? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, I'm just completely confused. I have no idea what's going on here.
Seal of void fire, they scream. They scream in silence and solitude beneath the stone. Beneath the fire, they scream so much. They scream. They are in pain. And they're in pain.
Is this an
Who?
actual person?
Awaiting the call of their brothers there. Beneath the fire.
I have no idea. Are you real? Is this real? I'm pretty sure you guys are real.
The remains are real. The
Remains?
silver will kill what remains of her in time. Not that much remains of her to begin with.
Aren't you
Only
afraid that the
her
silver will turn her into something
Suffering was short-lived.
worse?
Are you saying she's dead?
There's not much left to turn. In a sense, she is still alive. But only
And Vidar does not follow up on
Wouldn't it be right then to at least like put her out of her misery or something? Sounds horrible
to
to just
help.
leave her.
Vidar?
it. At the mention of his name, Vidar freezes and the mage hand.
Orvi? Kasan? Thank you guys so much. I could never have proven my theory without you. I'll go present it soon. When they stop screaming. Screaming under the earth. Screaming under the blue fire.
Can we help
Hear
her,
The
Eblin?
mage hand continue.
Edwin will look up from the book that she was identifying.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. It only takes her a minute. I imagine that she would have been roughly finished identifying it around this time frame. Perhaps, and she will keep the grimoire in hand as she reaches out to cast Identify as an action. Did Vidar already use Discern?
Using the book's abilities would be purely dependent on the personal use.
Okay.
So with this book, you can discern once a day. So even if he did, you would be able to do so again.
Okay.
Same with
So
what he did.
I want to try and cast Identify on, while at the same time using Discern.
And you choose her as the subject.
Yes.
And as you use Ascertain, you are almost overwhelmed with this sudden well of information. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check and an arcana.
Absolutely. Arcana is only an 18.
Mhm.
Yeah, 18. But the medicine check was a natural 20, so that's a 35.
Do you use the? I'm assuming you use the +5.
Yes. Sorry, no. If I use the +5, that becomes a 40.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we can help her, and this is how.
Or no. There's no helping
What?
it ever.
As you see these sort of almost anatomical diagram, this wealth of information, everything that is going on with the body before you. You know that this body is in pattern on levels deeper than physical. You get this sense of necrotic energy slightly emanating from the body. You can see that the silver is slowly converting the rest of the body into silver. But there is no life in the silver. The silver, as it is converting the body, is already decaying. Her mind reminds you of a feeble-minded individual, except that you know that, as you know, all of the conditions currently and magical effects affecting this body, there is no spell affecting this body. Her mind, as it is, seems to be in shreds. Her soul, or what remains connected, appears to be only shreds. You know that even if you were to kill her right now and try to cast something as powerful as True Resurrection, there probably would not be a soul to put back together. At the rate the silver is destroying this body, it will likely only last for a few more hours.
Is there any spell or thing that Evelyn could think of in this moment, perhaps with the natural 20, that would possibly be able to stop or save? Or, like, possibly not this form, but be able to save it and restore it in a different form. And, like, I know True Resurrection would mess with the soul. Like, is there anything that could, in all of Evelyn's research that she's ever known, that could potentially restore the soul?
You know that even a wish spell would be reliant on whichever god it invokes to put this person back together. You are, I would say, 50% sure that not even every god would be able to help in any way. Maybe a few specific ones. But that is obviously the most extreme measure one could take.
So if there was a god theoretically that could help, would I know which one that would be?
Go ahead and roll me a religion.
My most excellent of abilities. Legit. 19. Sorry, 18. Yeah, am I doing that? Yeah, 18.
In terms of returning someone sort of to a state of life from something this sort of destroying. Only really one god comes to your mind, because it would likely require that god to simply either turn back time or reach back in time. Which, as your stomach turns, would be Creon.
I hate this guy. This guy who's always messing with me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I hate this guy. Oh, how much do I?
Have you been saying any of this?
No, she's thinking. She hasn't said anything yet. I was trying to process what she just got all in that very quick second.
While Evelyn is sort of, doing this advanced identification the body before, as you asked if you would put her out of her misery, Vidar would only answer,
I do what you think is right.
Yeah, did you know her, Vidar? Seemed like
Yes. An old colleague. You'd have met her had we...
Yeah.
Do you understand yet what has happened?
Not at all. She seems
We
like
will
she's falling apart.
discuss more later. The circle is almost complete. We can get off of here.
She seems like she's still here a little bit, but do you want to say goodbye? Or like looks back at Evelyn? I mean, her mind isn't very focused, but there are some ways around that.
Said goodbye before we had left.
Why
Now
did you
I
bring
know
us
that
here? For
It
her?
was the last time. To be sure. And now I am. These ruins, where do you think they came from?
The Canaan? With the... Did I say that word right? I don't remember.
it depends on which you refer to. You refer to the Flying Academy?
Yes, the academy, the academy before they created the...
The Archeon was no longer active. We were there. Did you see a tower like this?
I haven't the slightest idea. I don't know that information. Did we see a tower like this?
Nothing that would rip apart the academy would be strong enough to disconnect magic so fundamentally. The margin below lie dead because they were living construct. With magic gone, they died. And now their bodies wither. It is safe to assume this happened throughout the world, the material plane, maybe even further.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Do you
Shit.
still have your tickets?
They're in the back. Damn, I think I understand.
You fill out the tickets?
No.
Okay.
Not right now. Damn.
Evelyn has shifted her gaze. To
Hey
Rex,
guys,
who's
so
watching
what
him.
Vidar is trying to say is he thinks the demi-plane collapsed when magic collapsed, and all the like freaking wizards that were in the nice demi-plane just got shit out. That's what he's trying to say. Right, Vidar? That's what you're trying to say.
Hmm.
So this
I
is like
was keeping her
was in the
gaze
demo
on
plan.
Rat and waiting for him to look at her.
Yeah, it would eventually like look back.
Hey,
at
Silas,
Yeah?
can you quickly give me an intelligence?
Sure.
I did my best explaining. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Straight roll.
Oh, I needed to roll the other way. I was so hovering on that at 20.
Yeah. It's a 9.
But it's so you because it rolled into Vidar instead of rolling onto the nat
As
20.
you try
Vidar
to
is always at
recall
fault.
what Red is talking about, you realize that there is a hole in your memory. You do not recall anything past the academy until you reappeared above Arudai. You have completely
Oh.
forgotten the entirety of Arcanist.
The entirety of what?
The yeah, okay.
Got him.
What is this place?
I was making eye contact with that one.
We. It's a shot in the dark to be able to save her.
Okay.
We'd likely have to reach out to Creon.
Shit.
And it might take something along the lines of making a wish.
I can't do that. I was just gonna try to pull some part of her memory together to find something useful. Do you think we could do that? Yeah, would that be helpful?
There's not much there currently. A lot of her mind itself has been completely shattered as if hit by feeble mind.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you'd be able to find anything. And so we only have a bit of time.
If I could get her to recall something, what would you want it to be? Like, you know, with a modified memory type of. Try to get her to really focus on an important event or something. Pull that little bit of whatever's left. I was gonna let Vidar say goodbye, but apparently he's you know, he's Vidar.
I've never seen Vidar so emotionally attached to someone before,
Right.
which tells me the value in her isn't in anything that
Yeah,
she
I
knows, but
agree.
possibly in making Vidar indebted to us. If we can save her.
I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot, but it might be painful for me.
I
I
could
don't
attempt to
think-
assist you, or you could attempt to assist me.
Well, my thought is greater restoration at the highest possible level. From me, what is your idea? I know you said wish. I understand. I don't know much about that though.
I've been looking into the spell for a bit now, trying to figure out how it could be possible. And I could attempt it.
The circle is created. Unless you have plans with her or the bell, we should leave.
Why don't you do that? That makes the most sense. I will assist with a Yes, I will assist with the restoration at the same time. Let's try to time them together. How about that?
Right.
Right.
Evelyn's entirely going to ignore Vidar.
Yeah, likewise.
And attempt to overcast to cast Wish.
Oh my god.
Rhett is going
Oh,
to attempt
baby.
to overcast to cast Great Restoration. 9th level.
Alright. Double overcast. Oh boy.
I don't know which DC this falls into for me, and to be entirely honest, Beggar. And I don't know if it's if like the helping from Rhett also helps lower the DC. Because
It's toward the same goal.
right.
I think.
So like you can be because I know you said this check can be aided by other players through spells, preparation, and
So-
environment.
For Red to aid
Uh-huh.
you in this check,
He probably couldn't also be overcasting.
he would have to
Or can
be.
he?
He could be overcasting, but
Okay.
he would be. Essentially, he would have to be casting the
Same.
Greater Restoration on
Oh.
you, not on
Oh.
Double.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Easy.
Like that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
should know
yeah.
how to do this.
yeah,
somewhat.
yeah.
Okay.
So Greater Restoration at 9th level would help her.
Yes.
Would it help her at 8th level? I'm just scared. I'm just curious if I know this. Or...
All of it would likely help to degrees. So it basically depends on what you put into this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You could try 8th level. That way, it's not murdering.
I think I might need 9th level if you.
Yeah,
I need to wait.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Which makes sense. Which makes sense.
We'll start. Yeah, we'll do 8th level Greater Restoration. So I have an 8th level slot. I cast it.
So for you being unable to usually cast it, it would be a DC 25.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a DC 25 or
Well,
a
for
DC
Red,
30.
it would be.
Oh, okay.
No, I have it. I
Yeah,
have an 8th level slot.
he can do 8th level.
Oh, you have 8th level and you okay. And you're
Yep.
not overcast.
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna save that for when she.
For when I
Bane
overcast.
burns.
And
and
yeah, for you
die.
it is a DC 30 and
dang it, I wasn't sure if it was DC 30.
you are
I'm-
getting
But I feel like my
But
But
obsession
I believe
over
in her. I believe in the ability of her special relationship. Just remember, Prion knows the past and the future, but you know you. You can take your little inspiration.
Can I aid them by standing
Here you
there
go.
completely confused and not knowing what's going on?
Yeah.
Silent and hugs at the background, just really believing really hard
Yeah.
in the power of their friendships.
It's like the power of Christmas.
Look, I don't even remember parts of our adventure, but I remember in believing my friends.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll me a ability check with your spellcasting
Oops, that was-
ability.
I mean,
And this would be at advantage.
advantage. Okay. Okay, throw other things around.
Wow.
I'm gonna use the snip.
Ooh.
Nope.
Probably smart. And do I can use a reaction. I don't know if you get to reroll Bardic Inspiration with your snip.
Not on this check.
Natural 20.
You do with a second
Yes.
fiddle.
Oh,
Natural
baby.
frickin' 20.
The snip.
That makes it a. It's with my. Which was it? My. Ability check using my spellcasting ability. So that's just the 5 from intelligence, correct? No proficiency, anything like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that brings me to 25.
You
Can
can
I
reroll because I can use reaction with the item I have.
Oh, okay. And I will reroll my
Inspiration.
bardic inspiration.
Wow.
Roll the Can I use a snip to reroll my bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah, here you go.
I feel like
I'm gonna use the with a different die. Hold on. 6. That gives me 31.
No, baby.
As Vidar, Silas, and Huxley watch you guys suddenly cast spell.
this is what we cast our first wish on. Jess.
Vidar counter spells. I know.
Right.
I'm so mad.
This is what we decide.
Red casts
yeah.
this aura of bright light around everyone, and then you feel a surge of energy, strong enough in arcane energies that even you, Silas, with your very distant connection to any magic,
With my inane arcane knowledge.
this flood of energy, and you successfully cast Wish.
I'm so mad. I also will only risk this much on something I didn't care about.
Can
Which is
you
why.
roll me a 1d6?
A 1d6?
Uh-huh. You are casting Wish.
Right. Oh no! Come on! Don't make me wish that.
You are casting Wish.
Don't make me roll that now. I'll change my wish.
I just wanna. Okay, we'll roll it later. We'll roll it later.
Because it's
Fair enough,
afterwards.
fair
Let me
enough.
roll afterwards. I will change
Alright.
my wish.
The world around you goes monochrome, and everything in time freezes. Even red. You are in this moment alone.
I knew it.
Motherfucker.
I'm kidding. This guy. I hate him so much.
You would go this far for a friend's friend, a tool's tool.
There are always opportunities to push the limits, and I will always take them.
I always expected you to be in this moment. But even knowing that it would happen, I am surprised.
Well then, I'm delighted to surprise a god.
You have asked a wish. But what do you offer in return?
Was it you that told Silas to let me die?
I said something to that effect.
Then if I allowed a momentary death,
Well, the knowledge of your death was Silas' prize. You cannot give away his prize for a prize of your own. It wouldn't be right. He asked the question, he got an answer. What you ask is far greater. You ask me to go back in time, pluck a soul from the flow of it, and put it back unchanged. Some of the people who once worshipped me would call this blasphemy. But I believe you and I are beyond such words. So, what do you offer? A service, perhaps?
I was not prepared for this session. How dare you, beggar? Evelyn needs to think faster than I do.
I always hate talking to this guy. It always overwhelms me too.
My brain. Think faster. Can I be horrible and ask for like a 5-minute break so I can think
No,
about it?
not at all. We can take a 5-minute break.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a 5 to 10 minute break and we'll come back.
Thank you.
No worries at all.
My brain.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the toilet quick.
Okay.
So, Salty,
Hmm.
you have this modify memory thing, right? Is that a permanent
Yes.
thing?
It's a spell that I can cast.
Yeah, is that like, do you modify the memory forever, or is that just for a while?
It is until it is removed cursed. So forever? It's not going to work for you though, if that's what you're about to ask me.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, if you could kind of, not really restore, but like give me exchange memories of the Arcanum, that I at least know a little bit about it.
I can fill in like 10 minutes of memory into your mind, like by projecting it into your mind.
Yeah.
So yes, I can do that. It will not be your memories, but I can like substitute some of my memories.
Yeah, that's basically what I will
Yes.
be probably asking with Silas. Like, I don't remember the shit. Could you like fill in some things so I'm not like completely in the dark about what happened?
Yeah, I can do that.
But later on. For now, it's wish time.
Woo.
Yeah, first of all, who aren't you the one casting the spell? I mean,
Yeah.
this guy's showing up demanding bargains while you're like,
Right?
I'm
Like
risking my life out here.
I know.
Look, upcasting wish was not on my bingo list for this this session.
No, yeah.
Wasn't on mine either. It's somewhat been in the back of my head that it's a possibility, but I wasn't
Yeah,
interested in it
so we're
right
going to be
now.
doing this tomorrow. Again. Or you're going to be dying tonight. FYI.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
I know.
It's going to be an ultimatum here. Just, anyway. What can you give this guy?
The thing about this guy is he never tells you what he's gonna take. He's like, you know what? Let's make a deal. What deal? I won't tell you, but it's a deal.
How much is this lady worth? She might be worth like some of your memories of Vidar. That would seem equivalent-ish. Like the friend, a friend, you gain a friend, lose a friend, memory, I don't know. But he has said something about a service. I don't know.
He will make you forget about Kieran.
Do you want help on this? Sorry, I should ask.
By all means, you can. I'm thinking, but you can absolutely offer suggestions.
Lose proficiency with the type of tools?
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I bet that's a lot of your core, like,
I know.
helpfulness, and if we're getting something equally helpful in this lady, like, it's, you know, in the
Yeah,
vicinity
yeah.
to me, I don't know. A tool for a tool, like, he brought up the tool for a tool type of thing. Might accept that.
It's horrible. I just thought of a tool for a tool, and my brain went, she could give up her memories of Rhett.
Oh boy!
True.
That would be a pretty big.
Oh, no!
True.
He's back!
No, you didn't tell us. We were expecting DM free time. Calm down.
No.
Oh.
Alright, your wish may be granted. Oh no!
Oh, she might just. Oh no, I hate that. I hate everything about that. Oh no. This is your fault, Salty.
You can always ask him more questions if you want to hop back in.
You need to talk to me about something?
No.
Okay. No, I mean.
I can ask this jerk face more questions.
He will always need more payment though, as far as we know it.
Well, I mean, that depends on.
Yeah. For the juicy ones.
But listen, I'm a really good tool, and this lady's probably a mediocre tool.
That's fair. You're like
If
my
you,
best
for
tool.
example, want to ask what's an adequate price or something, I mean, if you're struggling with finding.
I guess so. Right. Oh, yeah, we can jump back in.
All right.
What exactly would you find as an adequate price for a tool?
Well, you are asking me to remove a soul and add one to here. It would only be an act of balance to take another. Soon I may give you a task.
And you will commit your soul to him.
Sorry, you will commit what?
Your soul to him.
Oh.
No backing out. No running away. And in return for taking a soul, I will give you her.
To be clear, is he asking me to kill someone? Or is he asking me to dedicate my soul to a task?
You
That
ask
he
him?
is. Oh, I guess, yeah, I could ask. And would this soul be my soul I'm putting on the line? Or someone else's?
In a way, both. You may very well fail in this task and lose your own. Or you succeed and pay with theirs.
That's not exactly a fair trade. My soul
Soul for a
has,
soul.
but my soul has more value. I have missions and goals and accomplishments for my soul that are beyond the value of these souls.
All have their part to play. I am not a judge of the impact of the flow of time. I simply am the flow of time.
For now, you are. But I dream of a future where a moment in time will come that will disrupt the flow of time completely.
You see him for probably one of the first times grin.
And that perhaps will be something new for you. You must be bored. In your ever unending, unchanging cycle.
Every moment I live is as new for me as I've lived it before. You needn't worry about my staying in all of this. I know exactly what you choose because you've already done so. You only need to choose.
Agreed.
Then the soul of the past and the soul of now merge. I cannot give you her body, for if I didn't, what would happen to this one here? A paradox. One that I would not suffer. Her soul I will place in the orb she is holding. Do with it as you please.
Wynn will nod.
You, Did you even cast Wish?
I think that was my wish, was to summon him.
Time suddenly
A stupid wish.
resumes.
It's a
That's
horrible
not,
wish.
that's not how the spell works at all.
I used it in a way that I shouldn't be using it by not casting a normal spell. Because I knew he was the only one that
And
could.
You see the body before you collapse. Still holding on to that.
Roll my.
Go ahead and roll me that 1d6.
What is it? What?
Better
Is
not
it
roll a 1 or a 2.
A 1 or 2?
Let's see.
6.
Oh,
I rolled
it's a
6.
6. You are still able to cast Wish in the future.
Oh.
What did you just do?
I don't remember. Do I have any repercussions for overcasting?
You hit the DC, so no. You are
I'm a
unaffected
god.
from the overcast.
You cannot cast any other spells today. You absolutely cannot.
No, I won't.
Oh, really?
Evan
Really,
is kind
really?
of just sitting there.
Yeah, what did you just do? I'm just that. Even I felt that.
That spell.
The orb. You can take the orb.
We need to
You
return to the
cast
ship
Wish.
now. We need to return to the ship now. Is the circle ready like you said?
It is.
Let's go.
You
Come on, guys.
walk towards the circle and pass Buddha, who's just standing down with a dumbfounded expression.
Yeah, get wrecked, Sabada.
There's just
It's-
confusion in his eyes.
Are there any how do I say this? Biological components of her body left?
Yeah, the body as it was remained. It seems lifeless now. Here you go. That's your orb.
This is gross, but I do want to just like if it's there's not silver corrupted like ear, I just want to cut that off. It'll make things easier.
There's probably sort of these sections on her arm where the silver is almost forming these spikes that, from the looks of it, are almost entirely silver. Then you could take a sample of the silver.
I don't want the silver. I want her biological body.
Okay. You could probably find a section. Almost all of her body appears changed in some way.
Okay.
None of it seems entirely humanoid, but you could likely find a piece that is still somewhat humanoid. Probably around the face or torso.
Okay. Yeah. So I would like to take a piece of that
Okay.
for purposes.
Okay.
Hey,
Listen, I know somebody.
Hey, Hux.
You step onto the circle, I presume.
Yeah.
Up to select.
That did use up all of my spell slots. Exactly. With the cost of overcasting part. Because you have to expend spell slots equivalent.
I was gonna say it's up to Silas, and I don't know if they did.
Yeah.
Do you guys remain? I mean, or do you follow the others onto the circle?
Yeah, I mean, I will follow. I will ask, tell Hux that. Well, at least it wasn't us this time who's going on Vidara's nerves, I guess. I don't know what happened there. I don't even know if I want to know, but let's follow them, I guess.
The surge of energy from the teleportation comes and goes like a gust of wind. And you all find yourself once more in the dark.
Hugs has turned into his like black form, but with a strange silver outline. Just looks a bit frazzled. Shrugs, I guess, as he steps through.
After the heat of the water and the cold of the tower. The soft breeze of warm wind drifting past you is strangely comforting. In the waters below the ship, you still see the shimmering orange glow of the fissure, contrasting the darkened sky above. In your short absence, the clouds have begun to lighten. While still oppressively dark and painted in colored hues, you can now see a faint glow beyond them, currently high above you. By the measure of the sun, it is early afternoon. And you are all on the ship.
Evelyn, I imagine, is still looking vaguely dazed at this point in time, just trying to process everything that she just did. And she's kind of, without really paying attention, is heading towards the back of the ship to descend as she normally does. It's more of autopilot walking.
As you walk towards the gate,
Yeah.
Vidar just almost wordlessly turns after you, as if struggling to, wanting to say something, but as you pass by, he does not say anything.
Evelyn will pause ever so slightly, turning to glance back at Rhett. Primarily. Probably looking past Vidar at this moment. The orb. Her soul is in the orb. Intact. And whole.
Good.
And then she'll continue her path.
The gate of the dart clanks open as you slowly wander inside.
Dread,
Vidar?
what happened? I know what she
I didn't
has,
see. I didn't see everything.
but what for?
Well, for Corin.
And
And if we can find someone who knows resurrection, well, I suppose I could have did, but
why? Why go so far? Even I would not be so haphazard to simply cast wish. And a wish as such, it takes a price. No god gives freely. At least none that are powerful enough for something such as... You said she could be resurrected. How? I saw her soul. It was in tatters, shreds.
it was now. It wasn't always.
No,
Surely.
it was not. But again, why?
You would have to ask Evelyn that. I only gave her what power I could. You know, there is something to be said for simply having the power over death.
You see Vidar almost shake his head a little bit. Almost not even in exasperation. Almost as if to try and clear his own head. As he also wanders in, taking his usual place behind the ship's control.
Keep the ship safe tonight, okay? No crazy anywhere near the blight or anything.
Navigator, resume. Climb slow.
I don't think any of us are going to have much left in the tank.
The soft vibrations of the engines drum a little louder for a moment as the ship begins to move. At first, excruciatingly slowly, much like a sailboat taking in the wind, before the airship begins to climb.
I'm gonna like motion Silas and Huxley to follow me. We can go talk to Elba without Vidar overhearing us.
Yeah, so they will follow. He will just... He just wants to know what the fuck is happening. He has still no idea at all what happened.
Red doesn't know either, but he's great at covering for people.
That's gonna be man.
He's the like his last
Yeah,
memory
probably
is like a weird dream that Red promised him a mouse. That's like where it
Oh
comes
yeah, we gotta
from.
talk about that still.
That's like his base, and then all of a sudden he wakes up, and then he sees like Evelyn and Red doing super powerful magic stuff, like, and he has no idea what the magic is, but stuff is happening. All of a sudden Vidar is acting like super weird, and like this is just way too confusing.
Evelyn just increased her value. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Beggar, does this remind you of a certain anime? Oh baby,
What you talking about?
this whole value thing. I hated that so much in the anime.
No, then you know sometimes there needs to be a balance. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
It's also time for you to pay up, Miss Evelyn, if you can do this.
Evelyn is sort of sitting in there, like her hands like folded, like in like that kind of like fingertips together, in front of her face, just kind of like looking intently in thought at the moment. But there's probably the widest grin anyone has ever seen on her face.
And it's terrifying.
Absolutely.
Evelyn, you're kind of scaring me. What is going on here, please?
Red's gonna just check over you,
Yeah,
like physically.
perfectly fine. Not a scratch.
You're welcome.
Evelyn kind
Well,
of
that worked better than expected.
much better than expected. We did it. We did it.
We did what?
You did it. You cast Wish. Cast.
Yes.
You see what this means, Silas? Cast Wish.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess if you can do that, if that's just the
You
thing
can
you
save
can do now.
everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean,
Can save some.
yeah, like, yeah, but we could save anyone. I guess I should say.
I don't know the
Wait.
details. Could you do like anything with this spell?
Well, but, okay, so, but I just said some bullshit about there's a prize and blah blah blah. What? Exactly. Was there any downside?
I have no idea. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was any
Made
downside.
some confirmations of some suspicions that I had.
Okay, did those being?
That Silas has been meeting with Cryon when he goes to the library, and it was Cryon
Okay.
that suggested
Wait.
that I should die.
Wait, how do you... Oh, did you talk to him again?
The difficulty with a soul that is already destroyed is that you can't bring it back. You're not able to restore it with magics that can restore people to life. The soul
Right.
being shredded in a horrible way means
The
that
bringing people to life is just the body part usually.
right, and as the soul was gone at that point in time, the only way to really retrieve the soul would go to a previous point in time, and
Okay.
to return the soul from, or steal the soul away from that moment and bring it back
Oh,
from
Okay.
the
there.
god of time. Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
mean, he could do
yeah.
it. Yeah. Makes sense. Somehow, weirdly, makes sense.
And there is a price for that.
And he didn't want to tell you what it was, right? That's what
I
he
know
always does
the
to
gist
me.
of it.
Oh.
The price of a soul is a soul.
Oh.
At some point in time, Cryan will ask for a soul. And I have agreed to obtain that soul without hesitating when he asks.
Okay, well that's not great.
That's super not great, yeah.
I mean,
What if that soul is like one of your family or one of us or I don't know?
Then it's
Yeah.
a matter of how much that soul is worth.
I mean, elucidate us.
I could choose to not pursue that soul if I found that it had greater value than my own.
Okay.
That
Well,
still
let's
doesn't
not
sound
hope
good.
for that outcome. Yeah.
As it stands, though,
As it stands, we can cast wish though, and there
We
are
can.
other gods.
yes. And
And first of all, in the first place, I guess it's his domain, but like, if we're more careful with wishes, we might not need a god for some of them,
no,
as I understand it.
most often you wouldn't. Especially if you're just trying to recreate an element that there's a spell already existing to do. Often
Mhm.
that's done with little consequence.
Yeah. Okay. Such as undoing a massive curse, perhaps, or something of that sort.
Possibly. As an attempted of if you needed a stronger element of removing a curse, possibly.
Uh-huh.
Something like that might be sufficient.
So are we
I-
getting geared up to like cross the genie tomorrow, or like what's up?
Making that wish did, with your assistance, Rhett, use up just about everything I have.
Yeah, I understand that. I've heard a little bit about wishes.
If I attempted it again, I'd be completely unable to do anything else.
So we'd have to take care of the genie. Got it. It's fair. We want to have that set up just right.
So perhaps not tomorrow, as I feel like we'd need to be in a better position to do so.
Okay, well, hold on. You just talked to Creon. Did he say anything about his bullshit like, oh, you gotta die to live, for everyone to live?
Apparently that's was a prize of some sort for Silas.
Okay, so like he did confirm that seems to be the correct understanding. Is
That's at
anybody
least what
surprised?
he's saying. I still don't know if I believe him, but that is what
Yeah.
he's stated. He did confirm that that is what he told Silas, and suggested that that was the balanced trade for answering a question for Silas.
Yeah, what did you trade, Silas?
He never told me. It was basically like he was talking about I will lose something like memories and stuff, but didn't want to tell me what kind of memories. I feel like a little bit I've discovered what I can't really remember when we were just down there. Like we were talking about the Arcanum and stuff. I have no recollection ever being there.
You pardon me?
They were there for a bit of time.
That's kind of where you
uh,
met him the first
y-
time.
yeah, I mean I met him in the slip, not really in Arcanum. I don't know. Is that part of the memory that's missing when I met him back
So
out?
you remember the Archaeon, which was the academy.
Yeah.
You don't remember as you sort of step through the portal to then end up in the demiplane in Arcanus.
Yeah, Arcanus. That's the part
The
that I don't
entirety of
remember.
that demiplane you do not remember.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
what
only
I
remember them
figured.
being on the airship in the sky above the city where you'd find Lorana.
Yeah. We just basically went from
Okay.
Archaeos
So you telling
through,
me
through the portal,
I'm
and all
gonna
of a
dig
sudden
through my bag
yeah.
and I'm gonna pull out the 4 golden tickets. You don't remember these?
As you pull out the 4 golden tickets, you see them moldering.
Oh shit!
Slowly burning to a crisp.
I don't remember that either. I guess that really was the demi
What
plane.
was that?
And I'm going to take these.
Mm.
Nice.
These just okay.
Our get out of jail cards are gone.
Does the Archon? Oh man, I got people to talk to and places to be. Oh boy.
What does that mean?
I think all the
I'm so
wizards are there.
confused today. I can't believe you cannot believe how confused I am.
Yeah, it's been a busy day. I think all the wizards might be dead.
Or a majority of them.
Well, or a majority.
Some might have been able to escape.
Okay, I gotta find that
If they
part.
had
But
means of
what?
it.
Why? What exactly happened?
Maybe they got attacked. If somebody turned off the magic, which collapsed their demiplane. This is just a guess right now.
Seems like the most solid theory.
They probably overcast Fireball. Let's be honest.
Hux, do you always feel like this? I'm like completely lost.
You're like,
Actually, you do tons of magic. You do as good a magic as I do. What do you?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know Resurrection, by the way?
I do normal magic. Those guys do weird magic.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know normal magic like Resurrection?
So, I know reincarnate.
That might work. Let me think about. Can that?
Also, I've been from a simple background. I've never heard anyone calling resurrection normal magic. That's not. That's like. I don't know what has happened to us in the last couple of weeks and months.
Yearly resurrection is weird magic. Reincarnate, however, completely normal magic.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So could you reincarnate? Can you do that today?
Not today, but tomorrow.
Let's do tomorrow.
I have to remember.
I'm
how it
unsure
works.
if. Well, I don't know. Would I know what reincarnate does on a spell level? Would Evelyn be familiar
Go
on
ahead
some
and
of
roll
them
me a
programming?
history check.
Also, I need some like oils and stuff.
Oils. I mean, we have a wish spell. We could wish for oil, right?
That's a good point.
Oh my gosh. Let me just risk everything for some oil. History, that's 23.
You would be aware that with reincarnate and soul and the dead body, you could essentially resurrect someone.
But we
But
need
it
the
would
body.
likely return them as a sort of
You
random.
A piece of a dead humanoid.
But
Yes.
that and the humanoid, like I know that Rec took the body, but like, wasn't it all decaying and
You're
disintegrating?
not entirely sure if this piece would work because the body was sort of fundamentally changed. You'd have to try it out.
Mhm.
It's worth a
But
shot.
you're not 100% sure.
It might be difficult. The body as it is for a spell like
I know.
reincarnate.
I've talked to some other bards about this, and there's always it's the same with resurrection. There's always a debate about how much is enough, and regardless, I think the time limit is like 10 days.
You know fairly certainly that with you having the soul secured in an object, that you'll definitely be able to bring them back in a way, such as you would have seen with Easterville fairly early on, who was then brought back as a waterfall, even though the body was completely gone.
Also,
Right.
I didn't even ask you guys yet, but who the fuck is she? Like, why did we do this? Like,
She's one of the archmages. Well, you wouldn't remember apparently.
the archmages.
When
Sub archmages. What were they called?
Vidar is not very keen on letting his thoughts outwards. When he saw her, he I've never seen someone look so sad before.
Yeah, I agree. That's the way he looked for a moment when he stopped me from walking up to her. Not that I could understand him being deaf again.
So this was a showing of your friendship to Vidar, then?
That's
Yes.
a question. Why haven't we tried this with the curse while we were like back in the city?
I don't believe I could have reached the levels that I needed to when we were back in the city.
What's changed?
Motivations, goals. My own knowledge.
Okay. Do I need to roll an insight here? I feel like I need to roll an insight here.
What are you trying to?
Red doesn't feel like a whole lot has changed, so I'm trying to figure out what Evelyn is meaning by
Okay.
what she just said.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight and give them please. Roll me Persuasion or deception. And
I've never rolled so high in my life
Nice.
on something that's like this. So
11.
I rolled a 19.
Nice. This isn't a like I don't believe
I mean,
you. I'm like,
no,
what
no.
do you mean?
You can definitely tell that Evelyn is considering her words carefully
Yeah.
as she normally does in moments like this. Between since the moment that I would say just from you knowing Evelyn, from the moment that Silas specifically asked why did we even do this kind of a thing,
Yeah.
she has shifted to like what you know is her more being very careful with every word that she says. But she's not. It's just being very thoughtful. Like beyond that, I don't know
Right.
if you would be able to.
No, yeah.
But she's being very conscientious. Conscientious. Oh, I can't speak.
Yeah, I had that word too.
Of the words she's choosing, as you know that she occasionally does.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude here, but is this because of what just happened with Kieran? That it was worth
Quiet.
risking to find? Oh,
Quiet.
Okay.
Not another word.
Inside? What? Is that just anger? Is that
Oh,
what is
you
that?
is that?
I understand it's anger.
This is
Like,
this is
inside that
the
kind of
kind of
thing.
reaction that even Silas would be like, what is this about now? This
Yeah.
shift towards red.
That was probably the most intent Evelyn has ever looked at Rhett in her life, as she just
Yeah.
narrowed her eyes in on him, and
But
like,
Red also knows she's out of spells, so listen.
Ah.
watch me
Oh.
overcast again. Watch me.
Oh, you don't know. You got me.
I still have my action search. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay, we don't have to talk about that necessarily.
I'm tired. I'm going to lay down and get some sleep. She's gonna move the stand and try and push past.
I
Lex.
think that
And silence.
That is like, of all the things Abelin has said today, this is the weirdest thing of all.
it is.
This is like the weirdest, like there's a lot of weird things going on, but this sentence right there was like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Since when does that make you go to bed?
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely noticed there was a
Yeah,
line you didn't know there was, and you had to cross.
yeah.
Apparently.
Everyone's
I
going to
didn't
shove her way.
say specific things.
Sure, I'm
Silent.
standing aside. I'm just letting you
Okay.
pass.
I'm just gonna go.
No.
She's gonna try and lock the door behind her.
Uh-uh.
That's a lot.
Oh.
There's a foot in the door there.
You
Can I help you?
both try to do this as fast as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's have a little roll off.
Okay.
That's a dexterity roll off.
God.
Best rollout.
I've been rolling so well. This is gonna be so bad. Yeah. It's Dex
15.
13.
That's 50.
You almost fully close the door, but there's just this little bit of a gap as a foot, probably only like 2 or 3 of the toes, sort of managed to get in before it closed.
Ellen is trying to close it. She didn't stop. She's still trying to close it, regardless of the fact that his foot is in the
You
door.
take a point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, good.
Oh no. Does he look bloody? No, just kidding.
Actually, he does look bloody.
No,
yes.
no.
He does. From this. Amazing.
Hey, you
Well,
two,
the
stop it.
thing about Cass is spells together
Mm.
because we need to be in one mind, just coordinated like it was for that casting.
Then probably
Could-
tomorrow we could be in one mind.
What? I didn't even talk about freaking.
And if you do not stop right now, Rhett, we will never speak of this again.
But you already said that. I was not trying to press that. Freaking, you're out. It's my foot. Okay, I don't even. Whatever. The motivations.
Speaking of
I
which,
care about my friends who are like asleep. Is my motivations, which is what I want to talk about. Can we talk about that? You're still
You will
trying to slam it on my.
reluctantly open the door, but she's not like opening it fully. Not that like she's not, I mean, she's obviously there's a difference of like
Yeah.
height and stuff here, but she's still not moving out of the room, but she's at least opened the door just to partly glare at Rhett.
You see a narrowed eye through the gap now.
Okay, you just saw what we can do together. We do things, whatever freaking motivations for you, great. I'm on board with that. You also gotta agree we're gonna do something for, Points at himself and Silas and Huxley. Of the same caliber, like, wishes for,
That's
It's only fair. We all have people that are important.
well, I only have one soul to put on the line.
I understand that too, which is that's some kind of choice you made, but as you said, we can do other things of not quite that caliber.
Elements,
Yes.
yes. Elements. But it comes down to what you're asking for.
I know that. I get that. Listen, I've been getting a lot of no's recently from a lot of different people, from freaking this god and that god and this wizard, and apparently the wizard's gone. But anyway, I would like a yes from my dear friend. That yes, we can work together and make things happen. It's better for both of us, right? Clearly. I can act like today wasn't a massive success.
Yes.
Good. Well, this is the most awkward congrats, but congrats everybody. This is massive.
Congratulations. And then Evelyn's going to try and shut the door again.
You know,
Pull out
we
your foot
we
or-
need more beds. You. No, I'm not gonna pull my foot out. I've been sleeping in here. My stuff is in here.
I know.
I don't have the mansion to cast tonight.
I'm aware.
That's my foot. How about yes? I'm not going to shut the door on your foot, Rat. Thank you very much, Rat.
Well, it would be easier to not shut the door on your foot if you'd move it.
Well, it'd be easier if you didn't shut the door.
Well, looks like we're out of wishes for today.
Oh.
You are.
So good.
Evelyn will leave the door
Red's,
and go.
Red's also riding a little bit of a power
Yeah,
high.
yeah,
if you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
tell,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Evelyn will reluctantly, with an sigh of exasperation, walk away from the door and go over to the bed where she has left Kieran.
Thank you. It's gonna come in and like get you to stop. We're gonna have a nice clearing contest for a while.
No, Evelyn just turned her back to him
Yeah,
entirely.
unexpected. Or it's going to do the irritating positive thing of like playing with some nice tunes. You can't be mad at me while I'm playing a silly song, kind of thing.
Silas stares at
That's
the
what he
closed
thinks.
door
Yeah, I
now.
know.
Silas is still staring at this door and is like this is like one of the most weird moods he has ever witnessed, kind of, and
Yeah,
he feels a little bit like when he was a child and his parents had an argument and he didn't really know what it was about and he didn't really know what to think about it. It's just like he's standing there and it's like, I have no idea what this whole day was, basically. This is like super whack. Hux, I think we should go to bed too.
I mean, I can still keep going. I don't feel tired.
Sure, you can keep going if you want to. I'm tired. Also, I'm kind of... Do you remember Red mentioning a mouse?
Is this going to play?
This is the I had this weirdest dream, and I guess he starts explaining what he saw. It was so weird.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't like I had this concussion moment. Maybe it was just it didn't really happen, but I just feel like it felt so real.
Turns out the price was also the knowledge of retribution
Yeah.
existing.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a mouse. Maybe it was about a rat. That could be. He just made the whiskers and stuff.
Ras.
Rat and rat. Okay, I don't know.
So close.
What happened? You guys need to modify memories.
I feel like I named the rat Reverend.
No, the red was retribution.
Oh yes, rat.
Yeah.
Revlin
Oh,
was
yeah.
the
Oh,
phoenix.
I think he meant retribution.
Yeah, but what we was trying to say, I mean, I know who Retribution is, and in that moment it was so weird, you know. I I don't know.
I can just imagine Rhett is like, even in this moment, like, something horrible is happening.
Yeah, something.
I'm so angry about
Why am I
something.
taking psychic
Yeah.
damage?
it's like in anime when someone's talking about you and you start to sneeze. Like it's this yeah.
Maybe he said you should teleport away? Like, retribution teleports away? It's like a secret code.
Yeah, I guess it was some kind of secret code, but I don't know what it means. Maybe you should talk about secret codes for the future. Maybe that should be a thing this team should discuss. Like
Apparently.
before like going into the next freaky thing we're apparently doing regularly.
Yeah, like maybe if you say cucumber, that means you're gonna summon a god next.
Sure, like, or maybe like some hand signs and stuff like that, in case there's silence all over the place again and noise. I will think about a couple and then discuss them with the others, I guess. I had some with the other guards back then too, with the bodyguards. Maybe we can like reconfigure some of those and use them for our purpose. Well, whatever, I guess it's time to hit the sack.
As the ship slowly climbs, the light in the waters below shrinks ever further away. Even the mountain, still glowing bright orange from its open and spilling veins, grows smaller and smaller in the distance before it fully fades from view. With the sun still high in the sky, clouds still cover the world in shadow. The dome of clouds you had perceived from the ground is, if you were to look outside, much more massive than you had anticipated. Even as the volcanic island falls away from view, it continues to stretch ever seemingly to the next horizon. But as you are safely aboard the ship, and despite the early hours, a wave of lethargy begins to wash over. When magic had returned and everything that happened so fast, you had all felt a surge of energy. But now that you've settled, you begin to feel the exhaustion of the past few days, recent tasks, and find yourself ready to rest early. As you all do fall asleep, you process the experiences of the past few days. Everything from the chaos to the crash, to the weakness you'd found, and the surge of magic, and the power trip you went on shortly after, and what happened in the tower, and the knowledge of what potentially happened to Artemis. And as you internalize your emotion in your tumultuous dreams, you all level up.
Amazing.
Oh, it's been a while.
Level 17.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Rhett,
Oh, baby.
as you level up, you will have the option to take a spell. I think it should
Uh-huh.
already be in the list for you. Let me double check. Potentially for you to take.
He's not
spell?
on D&D Beyond.
Oh, fuck. Alright, okay. I might have to give it to you.
I'm taking Wish, for sure.
This is an
At
8th
18.
spell, which you gain the knowledge of, and you can take if you should so choose,
Oh, wait, no, I need to get to 18
because
for
you've
Wish.
experienced it.
I rolled a 9 on hit points. That's very good.
To be the spell Grand Voice.
Oh.
I cut off the name, I'm sorry.
Interesting.
3 miles away. Gee.
Mm-hmm.
That was the living spell you had fought.
Ah.
Interesting.
Oh, look, I get 5th level spells now.
Hey, nice.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, I'm pretty sure, actually... Is it...
Oh god, Silas gets
Yeah.
surges.
Our proficiency bonus goes up. Yay!
No, yeah. The best thing
We're
is
at our
I
final
get another attack, I think it was this level, right? Oh yeah, twice the action search, right? Yeah.
It does not like that noise.
Plus,
That noise fills me with fear.
listen, it's okay. I can't take wish until 18th level.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's magical secrets,
Uh,
and I don't get to switch those out.
Right, doesn't use it.
That's the new bard. But I do get true polymorph if I wanted. I could just walk around polymorphing little rocks into creatures. You better look out.
mhm.
Or power word kill. Or mass polymorph.
Oh yeah, action search and another indomitable. That's also useful.
I could make a spell jamming helm.
No, stop.
You
Nice.
should.
It's not a spell chamber campaign. Get the fuck out.
We have a flying ship.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what? This planet is whack. Let's go somewhere.
Dang, it seems pretty airtight.
So that, well, actually, it means the DC for me to cast Wish would be only 25.
It's true. I don't know. I might have just lowered it to 25 because I've now cast it. But I don't know. I don't know.
Potentially. You did
I bet-
succeed in casting it with a nat 20.
You can't cast the ninth level spells.
Yeah, but the
It
overcasting.
would no longer be a
said-
spell that you are unfamiliar with.
Right. So the DC 30 is casting a spell one is unfamiliar with and unable to cast.
Mm-hmm.
But DC
He's now
25.
only unable.
I'm just unable to cast it. So it could be DC 25. Maybe.
Mm.
Because I succeeded.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Do we already have Greater Restoration? Will somebody?
Yes,
You-
that's
you
what
do
I
it all the
cast
time.
on
Yeah,
you
yeah,
at
yeah,
8th
yeah,
level
all the time.
this session.
Yep. Never mind. I knew this. I knew this. I said it and I was already like upset that I said it.
That's why you got an advantage, yes.
Yeah.
Hell is such a bitch, man. Dude, like, seriously? Like, you help her out, you give her bargains for her, you give her advantage. You let her be able to cast Wish for the first time ever in her life, and she's like, "Don't talk about my son. Keep your name out of his mouth." Like,
Don't
sheesh.
ever talk to me or my son.
Exactly. Like, oh my god.
Listen, you just touched a live wire. I can't help it.
But, like,
Mhm.
I'm a friendly conductor. Like, calm down. How are we gonna help? Like, you're so mad about it, but like, can't
Yeah.
this be solved by wishes? I don't. I feel like we have to talk about it to solve the problem. I don't know.
And I wish for you to calm down. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Or look out. We're gonna go into Wish, and it's gonna be like, oh, I think we're gonna do this. And you're like, bah, 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 bah. I wish you would chill the fuck out.
We're gonna have wish off battles.
Oh my god, it's gonna
Oh,
be terrible.
God. And I wish for the opposite.
Counterspell.
Counter wish.
You don't have that one. Get out of here.
I wish for counter wish.
Oh my god.
Great.
Well, yeah, that's the other great thing. I'm sure that like Huxley can easily just get in on this.
It's true, it's true.
I wish Mom and Dad would stop fighting.
Oh no. Oh, what spell? What spell?
Foresight's really good. I wish Power Word Kill wasn't so bad.
Oh, you wishing?
That should be my real wish. I wish Power Word Kill wasn't so bad.
With powered kill, I would probably actually go by the new rule.
Does it do damage now?
I think if it doesn't instantly kill with the 100 HP or below, it does do pretty hefty amount of damage. So let me look up what exactly that
Let's see what the new one is.
because I agree that powered kill is
It should just do 100 damage. And,
What kind
and
of-
if this makes the creature unconscious, it dies.
Yeah.
Should be like the only true damage in the game or something. I don't know. To me.
What kind of weapon do you use again? No, sorry. For Silas. Yeah. Alavan.
Which kind of Silver Eagle weapon, or
Yeah.
I guess for the style, since that's. I mean, I wavered in between. I wanted to do a whip at the beginning, but it didn't really fit. So I guess he's still going for 2 rapiers for his fighting style.
And you're using the Silver Eagle?
Silver Eagle rapiers.
I could take Vorpal Weapon.
A Vorpal sword.
I can make your weapon better.
Look, I never say no to better weapons.
I just have to concentrate.
Only the
on it.
time when Beggar wanted to give me a better weapon and I didn't really realize it, and was humbled afterwards by him telling me.
Do you like to kill things?
What do you mean? Of course I like to kill things.
Wonderful. And I will take Vorpal Weapon. One of the spells from the revised Artifice.
I mean, I mostly like to protect things, but
No.
if
we're not talking
I
about
mean,
that.
yeah.
If you kill something, you're protecting.
Yeah, that's
something.
what I was about to say. Like, but if I kill things, that's like protecting other things. So
it took me a little longer to find than thought. So the revised powered kill was if it doesn't die, it takes 12d12 psychic damage, which on average would be 78.
that's not the worst.
We can either
Yeah, it's decent.
you roll for it, or if you want a set amount, you could also do that.
78.
So the average would be 78 from a 12d12 roll, but it would be 12d12 psychic damage.
Psychic. Interesting.
Oh, I just noticed you also get a better proficiency bonus. That's also neat. Okay.
Yeah, we're at our highest proficiency now.
Yeah. Oh my god, my passive perception just jumped up again.
Oh boy.
Now I'm gonna have to make sure I'm near Silas at the start of every combat. So I can use a 5th level spell on you.
I have a passive perception of 25 now.
Jeez.
Oh man.
increase my con or take a feat.
Ooh.
Mage Slayer feels very appropriate.
I mean
What do you mean
that
there's
would
none
be
left?
appropriate, yeah.
Tony, they're all young.
Oh god.
But is it worth 17 extra hit points?
Hmm.
But I have now 203 hit points.
That is a lot of hit points. Plus the ones you get when you transform. When you wild shape.
And basically for rage, it's doubles.
How do you feel about decapitating things?
Oh, the modifier +3 to attack and damage rolls. It's very nice, yeah.
And your
Sorry,
rapier
sorry.
all of a sudden becomes a siege prop.
It's crazy.
Because right now it's only a +1.
Dog.
And did you notice the resistance to slashing? That's good.
Well, I will use my 5th level spell.
And start a
How do,
head
how do you
collection.
feel about advantage all the time? We can make Silas so powerful.
Yeah, someone first you create this thing that gives me haste. Like this is the first part, and then you cast wobble weapon on me, and then the foresight. What does it do?
Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing. We're just turning silence into
advantage.
a weapon.
yeah.
Just all the advantage.
Other creatures have disadvantage on attack
8
rolls against
hours,
the target.
not concentration. What the fuck?
They already
yeah,
have
baby.
they already have disadvantage on me.
That's
Yeah.
true, that's true.
But yeah, it's holy shit. He's got to be like.
It doesn't matter if they have blindsight though either.
Vega, we can keep
Disadvantage.
talking about anime, but
I wanna
foresight
stay.
reminds me of Rudy from the frickin' with the demon eye. Just like always seeing like half a second before
Make a deal with
something
the
happens.
future devil.
Yeah, the future. We have already met the future devil so much now.
That's what I'm saying. I think I need to take foresight. Just to be like even with him. Sort of. You know what I mean?
I see.
And he will be smug about it and be like, haha, I always wanted to bestow upon you this foresight. And now you have
I
it.
foresaw that you.
I knew that you
foresaw.
would.
I knew that you would.
No, no.
Yeah.
We're not bringing that back.
Oh, but we are.
Whoa.
God.
I think I will take foresight. Things available.
Everyone is just hiding behind the bush, casting spells on Silas, and he's just going ham. And Hux, of course. Hux is going ham too, because that's what Hux does.
Silas is like a whirlwind next to the actual whirlwind.
Yeah. The literal whirlwind.
That is just an actual whirlwind.
Yeah. And before that, we're gonna gather all the animals around us. I'm gonna throw 2 teeth. Then I'm gonna like bring the nightmare to fight with us. And then there's wind. And then yeah, we have our own entourage.
Have I ever told you about mass polymorph?
Oh baby, we have to be a group of apes.
We can never be killed. We will always be ape.
Together strong.
Together strong.
Up to 10 creatures. We have to bring some 1 level NPCs with us so we can make more.
That's what the teeth are for.
Oh yeah, those are creatures too. Perfect. If we roll low like a mule or something, we just turn it into mass polymorph.
I don't think I should take mass polymorph, but Imagine the scenes.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. It's a little too much to manage.
What do you mean?
Hey everyone, new character sheets. Let's
Yeah.
take a look and see what attacks everyone has. Okay.
I like this 8th level Spellbagger, but
You don't need to take it. It's just there if you want.
Rhett has just been deafened so many times, I don't think he likes it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I think he's just like, no, I don't want to hear loud things anymore, even if it's me.
It's fair. Until he comes across the living spell silence.
Oh.
And he's like, I need what noise?
Yeah.
How is
I would have
everyone-
foreseen it.
How's everyone feeling on time? Do you want to go for another hour, or this could also be a good place to end for the game?
Yeah, I don't think I can go for another hour.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be late for you, even with being weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the weekend didn't even start really yet because I worked in the morning today, so.
Fair.
But D&D is a very good start into the weekend, by the way.
Okay.
Are we returning to the city now, or are we still?
No, we're still heading place.
Were en route to Telesins,
Right, yeah, then we were
the
just...
other continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this happened. We didn't even know this would happen. This was all kind of
Quick stop on the
sidetracking.
way.
Yeah.
Just a quick stop.
We really
Stop
do
at the
need to
temple.
try to reincarnate or resurrect within 10 days, I think.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason not to try it.
Yeah.
I think, as far as my understanding, yeah.
Yeah.
See, you don't know it. This is what I was actually talking about when Evelyn was like, yeah, I needed to be stronger, and now you only caught up after. This is why she couldn't cast Wish in the city, obviously.
It's
is-
because I wasn't doing it? Okay. I think that she just said she needed the motivation of saying her son died again or something. That's what I understood from this conversation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So just wanted to mention, Beggar rolled a random D100.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Excuse me?
And he rolled a 26. I don't know what it means, I just wanted to mention it. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. I just
We
clicked the
should have
button.
looted. We didn't even try to loot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Listen, I was casting Wish.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that was a pretty big event, but I wasn't fully.
Yet you had everything prepared for it, so that's fun.
Partially. I knew it was gonna happen at some point.
Here. But in moments, I have this little, like, token for a soul.
But I will say, I have not written it down in my script.
Yeah, I was like, when you guys started casting the wish spell and whatnot, I was like, I can't really think of Beggar being prepared for this exact scenario. Like, this was, at least for me, very out of nowhere.
I personally did not think you were gonna go that far.
I loved it.
For Evelyn, it was the knowledge of, like, it was the nat 20. For me, it was the nat 20 on the medicine check, turning it into, like, a medicine 40. I was like, then to me, it makes sense that she could think out a way that she could save. And then once she had the knowledge of, like, this is technically within the realms of possibility, at that point in time, it was a heavy aspect of motivation was just the desire to try it.
That reminded
Yeah.
me so much of one a mountain climbers and when he was at why he climbs. And he just said because it's there.
Yeah, yeah. In that moment, that's pretty much what
Exactly, yeah.
happened.
It's like there was a mountain. I climbed
There,
it.
there was like all of a sudden a very clear path to how this could work for the most part, and understanding that it would take like everything she had, but she technically could do it. And then there was like, the minor aspects of good things, but it was mostly the but I could. Not that she's saying that to everybody else, but oh, it's so good. And I definitely could not have done it without Red.
Yeah, well, listen. You should, listen. Wishes from my bitches.
Both of you have both of your characters have a pretty big head, and that's probably the worst time for
It
a
is.
love, but there it is.
Probably. We're so on top of that. We're in such a high right now.
Oh my gosh.
We're stronger than
This
ever.
did not help either of us. This is why, like, this is why we're like such like together in that
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
mesh
because
really well in that.
I went to sleep, I woke up, and I can do stronger magic
Me too.
on a normal basis. This is great. we need to do this more
Rhett's gonna.
often.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna show you. This is the other 9th level spell I want.
Oh.
For very specific reasons. For granting wishes, I can grant Silas's wish. I know I can. You want to ride that? I got you, bud.
Whatever it is, let's make
God.
it true.
You see this? You see this gold coin? It's gonna become a creature, and then it's gonna be around forever, and you can ride it forever.
For the record, you do remember that you have what was the name? The mule, the mechanical mule you have, Silas? But you don't remember buying it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Winona is just
Yeah, Winona.
part of me, you know?
Yeah, I mean you have all the memories you've had with Winona since then.
Yeah. I just don't remember how I got her.
Crazy.
I guess this is an out of character question. Is it worth it to you guys to have basically infinite creatures?
For the true polymorph, you mean?
Yeah, for true polymorph.
What if you turned Retribution into another creature that is super big? Will it still have the same ability?
That's a question for another session.
Yeah.
That's I don't even know that right now.
Well, if retribution is considered a magical object, then no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, now I just read if you concentrate on true polymorph for the full duration, the transformation becomes permanent. Okay, that is certainly a thing.
So, like, literally, I can just generate mounts.
Mhm.
They're just there forever.
Hux
Until they die.
does really want to become a dragon.
I don't know. A dragon?
I can do something really close.
Its challenge rating is equal to less than the target's. Or its rating if the target doesn't have a challenge rating.
Challenge rating is equal to the target.
Yeah.
Always.
So a
Yeah,
level
so-
17 dragon could be possible, like if that's an adult whatever
There
dragon.
is a level 7. Is he, what, CR 17?
That's like in the realm of adult dragons.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Not the ancient
lose
ones, but
the-
adult ones.
You'd probably lose most of your spellcasting. At least a druid. You would have dragons. I mean, you could become a dragon.
I just want to become a dragon. I don't care about
Yeah.
spells.
All right. Okay.
Dragons
I can't cast spells.
have
whenever
spells.
they
I mean,
have
some dragons have spells.
Fair enough.
An adult red dragon is CR17.
Yeah, there you go.
If you would like that. Granted. Wish granted.
She's throwing wishes left and right.
I think ever since seeing the dwarf guy transform into a red dragon, that has been Hugs' greatest wish to be able to do the same. So,
I'll take it then. I'll take the spell. Wish granted. No, not a problem. How do you feel about this spec? How do you feel about a dragon as a player character?
I mean, at this point, it's not so different from you guys.
Okay.
You know, I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, I also did just gain the ability to transform into a CR4 beast, so it's not that far off from Hugs' current ability.
So we don't need to steal the potion, is what I mean.
Hugs is probably dreaming of getting that potion every night. He's really wrestling with himself to not summon it every night.
If you polymorph me into a werewolf, I will hate you forever.
Well, I would never. What?
True polymorph Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Oh my god. The worst kind of dog.
That's why they're so angry.
They're all
that were
tabaxi.
turned into small dogs.
Yes. That's the new lore of tabaxi. Of Chihuahua, yeah.
Chihuahua, yeah, makes sense. What spell do I drop?
Oh, I had to roll my. I didn't do that.